but you'll recall the other day that Elizabeth Warren really, really slammed Donald Trump. And she does it quite well. And she does, in some respects, seem to enjoy it. So in response, Donald Trump very cleverly called Elizabeth Warren Pocahantas, because Elizabeth Warren is, I don't know, 1/8 Native American. I'm not exactly sure. 1/16. I'm not sure what it is. But like I say, this is fairly common from people from, I think she grew up in Oklahoma. And so to discuss Donald Trump calling Elizabeth Warren Pocahantas, Fox News basically convened an intellectual salon that they called The Five. And here is Ebony Williams saying, this is childish and petty, it'll happen. And then Kimberly Guilfoyle saying, well, here's how she would take Pocahantas.
And he's great at it. He took some new swipes at Hillary Clinton after she stepped up her attacks on him.
She is a total lightweight, believe me. I watch her speaking. She always uses the teleprompter. I watch her speaking. We are going to win North and South and East and West. She screams. It drives me crazy. I didn't say. She goes, and Donald Trump is a terrible person. And he wanted to buy housing when it was at a low point. Who the hell doesn't?
Well, Trump was back on the campaign trail in
All right,
California
pause it for
today,
1 second. You know, I was on Hayes last night, and they were talking to a Republican congressman about this who was saying, well, you know, I mean, that's, yeah, who the hell doesn't want to buy real estate when it's low? But, you know, at issue was Donald Trump actually talking and saying he was waiting and hoping for a bubble to pounce. Now, that, of course, is also what a business person does. It's also what a vulture does. And, you know, vultures have every right to exist in the world. I don't condone people going out and shooting vultures necessarily. But that doesn't necessarily mean you want someone with that type of attitude to be president. I mean, it's not just that Donald Trump has never, ever, ever in his day, in his life, done a day's worth of community service that was, or anything. He's never served in any capacity that was anything about other than his personal enrichment. It's that he relishes in it, and that he now wants to be president. And, you know, all right.
Also fired back at another one of his critics, Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Pocahantas. That's this Elizabeth Warren. I call her Goofy. She is... No, Goofy. She gets less done than anybody in the United States Senate. She gets nothing done, nothing passed. She's got a big mouth, and that's about it. But they use her because Hillary's trying to be very presidential. She's stopping with the shouting, okay? But then I listened before, and I'll be honest with you, I cannot listen to her. I cannot listen to her. Can't listen.
Crooked Hillary, Goofy Elizabeth, Pocahontas.
I didn't like the Pocahontas thing. That's just me. But I think he could stick with Goofy. That's fine. I just think we're in for the pettiest contested political race we've ever seen. And it's going to be on both sides. Because actually, I think a lot of this pettiness is something that Hillary would have loved to have engaged in previously. She couldn't do it with Barack Obama. He was just a different kind of candidate. But Trump and Clinton, oh, let the pettiness begin.
Pause it for 1 second. Now, I'm curious as to how Ebony Williams has this insight into, if Hillary had the opportunity to call, Barack Obama big ears, or...
she has ESP.
Yeah.
Ebony Williams, that's in her Fox bio.
You could look back on when Hillary Clinton ran against Slimy Rick Lazio, she used to call him, or... Chuckle Huts, Rick Lazio, or I don't know. Ebony Williams apparently has insight into this. But let's hear what Kimberly Guilfoyle says about Pocahantas. I mean, that Pocahontas thing, I think, really is indicative of, like, Trump really, he's got nothing against he's got nothing against people like Elizabeth Warren and frankly, I think even a Bernie Sanders.
Here's sort of a lame kind of racist joke about a scandal no one
yeah,
remembers.
but even like Goofy, he's really doing his best. Go ahead.
Based
Listen,
on
didn't I say I wanted to be Pocahontas one time
Elizabeth
at this
Warren
table?
suggesting that she was
I didn't have the
132nd.
Yes.
132nd Cherokee. What?
I didn't have the costume.
For me to do it. I think Pocahontas, I get the way he's saying it, but Pocahontas I think is quite complimentary when you think about it. I mean,
Well, your
he's
hair
saying-
is giving me Pocahontas right now, KG, and I
Pocahontas.
love that.
Oh my God.
So entertaining. Yeah, I mean, you may not like the tactic, but nonetheless, it's got people
No,
watching.
I mean, yeah, like I watch it and I'm like, wow, this is somebody who is saying things that have never been said before. Things that you would only say in the privacy of your own home because you had some sort of like conscience. Of like, you don't want to like offend somebody like that. What he's saying
It's
about
like our commercial
Hold on,
break.
pause it. I just Dana Perino. So just to repeat, when you have a conscience, you call people racial epithets at home.
And that's the distinction inside the Republican Party.
Right,
It's actually a
exactly.
very helpful articulation she just did there.
Exactly.
I'm a decent person. I say that
In fact,
privately.
You know, I mean, this is what, if you go back and look about what we've been saying about Donald Trump for the past 9 to 12 months almost now, this is what Donald Trump does, right? Like we said from the very beginning, Donald Trump says the subtext. He doesn't use code. He just says what the subtext is. And Dana Perino just said the same thing. That Donald Trump, he's saying the stuff that we're supposed to say behind closed doors. And she doesn't even, it doesn't even occur to her. It doesn't even occur to her that that's, I've just exposed, never mind. That's
No, you're trying to say dirty Mexicans. I got this. Dirty Mexicans. I wrote it down.
And here is, of course, Greg Gutfield saying that, hey, I got to be honest with you. I came up with that joke first.
said before. Things that you would only say in the privacy of your own home because you had some sort of like conscience. Of like, you don't want to like offend somebody like that. What he's saying
It's
about
like our commercial breaks.
Exactly.
Turn our
The commercial breaks are different for a reason. Because there is something called patriotic grace where you should respect your opponent. These two do not respect each other. Elizabeth Warren, she is well liked on the Democratic side. She's actually a pretty effective attack dog. People that go to her speeches say that she's actually really engaging, probably a better speaker in front of a large group like that than Hillary Clinton is. And so I think you might see a lot more of her on the trail. What
She's
she
pretty
did
deadly
in
on Twitter,
faking
right?
the Pocahontas thing, when she faked the Native American
faked
thing
the-
so
yeah,
that she
she
could
checked
get
the box,
a leg
right?
up on other people. Bad move, and of course it should haunt her.
So yeah, doesn't she deserve it now after,
Yeah, I mean,
what she went through, the faking the?
I would be a hypocrite
American.
if I said that Trump calling her Pocahontas is wrong. If you remember, about 3 years ago, I said that her Native American name was fingernails on a chalkboard.
I remember that.
Yes, and mine was. But see, I'm an idiot talking head, so I can get away with that sort of thing.
True.
But
True. Yeah, well, at least Gutfield has some sense of self-awareness. Dana Perino is still going around like, wait, what did I say? What did I say?
Just like the commercial breaks.
The whole point is you wait at the commercial break to say the N-word. See how I just did that?
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.